them so that they grow up to be like better people, like both, like boys and girls. I also want to understand if there is, are you guys also planning to do, if there is already some issue, someone comes to you, are you also planning to do something like have some kind of a committee for that, like to help them out?
We actually have, last year as the president of FOXY, I initiated our FOXY committee on no to violence against women. Dr. Kiran Mai is, David Inish is the first chairperson for the FOXY. It is a national group. Okay, and we actually partner with the SHE teams, the National Commission of Women and all. But you have to understand, we are not the government or the policy makers or the people who can give the legal guidance. So we are the via media. We can at least tell them, okay, in the program, where to go, where to seek help. That's the reason we have with us a lawyer who has got a passion towards this mission. So let's ask him how he can help us and his community can help the women of our country.
Shanta ma'am, Dr. Miss Deepthi is here, she has joined. Yeah.
So, thank you, Shanta ma'am.
Welcome, Miss Deepthi.
Yeah.
It's an honor being here among so many doctors. I'm only the only black coat amongst all the white coats. I keep telling that in my family as well, because my family is full of doctors. My wife's a gynecologist, father-in-law, mother-in-law, all are doctors. So having said that, I think it's a very important topic which you actually just spoke about, ma'am, on different kinds of violence against women. And to piggyback on that, the one thing that we always forget is the emotional violence. And that is something which we need to make the women aware of a lot, and your program is doing that, is what I understand from the press reports and the other information that I've read. There's some syndrome called as the battered woman syndrome. Now, most of you must be aware of it. What it is doing is, I'll take the example of Hyderabad. In Hyderabad, if you have, say for example, 13,000 cases, there were 22,000 cases last year. In the 13,000 cases of violence against women, especially crimes, more than 50% of the women believe that that violence should have been done against them. They believe that, okay, it's okay. For example, I came late from my office, so it's okay if my husband hits me. You know, I did not give the 100% of salary in my husband's hand, so it's okay if he doesn't give me food for that night. That is the kind of thought process which we need to break as we go forward. So when I go to corporates or to NGOs for training of community against sexual harassment against women, there's also another big topic which the women forget is they do not know what sexual harassment is. And sexual harassment is always limited to the physical molestation, whereas the discrimination of women based on gender typecasting is also a form of sexual harassment. For example, if there are a group of women sitting in an office and there are a couple of men in the group, they both go out, have a smoke and decide everything that needs to be done in the office and come back and give instructions. That is a form of emotional violence which is not recognized. And one of the ma'am was asking me just before getting onto the dais, how is it in the hospitals, and you keep going everywhere. The hospitals do implement it, but if I have to be honest and transparent, ma'am, which I generally am, I don't think they do it with the passion which you are talking about right now. The actual impact is when the women are aware of their own rights, and we know and we make sure where do they go to if there is a violation and infringement of these rights. And I think since you are focusing on that aspect from the teenage and from the adolescent age, it's only brighter if everybody is aware of it, even the teachers and the management, not just the students. Thank you so much.